I read an article last week that the Santa Barbara mudslides, the area around those mudslides is recovering pretty quickly for most of the particularly wealthy people who live there, but there are a lot of undocumented people who are gone. What we know, I cannot say. We sailed to Angel Island, and for several hours, I did not think of you. When I couldn't stop myself, finally, from thinking of you, it was not really you, but the trees. Not really the trees, but their strange pods blooming for a while longer. A bloom more like the fringed fan at the tip of a peacock's tail than anything I'd call a flower. And so I was thinking about flowers and what we value in a flower, more than I was thinking of the island or its trees, and much more than I was thinking of you. Recursive language ties us together, linguists say. I am heading down this road. I am heading down this road despite the caution signs and the narrow shoulders. I am heading down the curvy road despite the caution sign and the narrow shoulders because someone I fell in love with once lived around here. Right there. That is an example of recursive language. Every language, nearly every language in the world demands recursion. Few things bring us together more than our need to spell out our intentions, which helps explain the early 20th century Chinese prisoners who scratched poems into walls on Angel Island, and why a Polish detainee wrote his mother's name in 1922. I was here, they wanted to tell us. And by here, they meant the island, and they also meant the world. And by the island, they meant the world they knew, and they also meant the world they left, the world they wanted to believe could be theirs, the world they knew required passwords. Think of Angel Island Immigration Station as purgatory, the guide explained. He told tales of paper fathers, picture brides, the fabrications of familiarity so many lives depended on. Inquiries demanded consistency despite the complications of interpretation. In English, one would ask, how many windows were in your house in the village? How many ducks did you keep? What was the shape of the birthmark on your father's left cheek? In Japanese, Cantonese, Danish, Punjabi, the other answered. Then it all had to come back to English. The ocean is wide and treacherous between one home and the other. There can be no turning back, no correction once what is said is said. Who can blame the Chinese detainees who carved poems deep into the wood on Angel Island's walls? Who can blame the Salvadoran who etched his village's name? Few things tie us together more than our need to dig up the right words to justify ourselves. Travelers and students, we sailed into the bay, disembarked on Angel Island. I didn't think about you, which is to say, the blue gum eucalyptus is considered a threat, though we brought it across oceans to help us. Desired first for its timber because it grows quickly and was expected to provide a practical fortune, and when it did not, enlisted as a windbreak. Desired still because it was fast-growing and practical, the blue gum has colonized the California coastal forest, squeezing out native plants, dominating the landscape, and increasing the danger of fire. I should hate the blue gum eucalyptus. But from the well of their longing, by which I mean to say from their pods. You know what I mean, I hope, their original homes. From the well of their longing, blooms explode like fireworks. I love them for this. Do you hear me? I absolve you. You are far too beautiful and singular to blame.